And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They snap it to Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising, because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. McManus's point after is good.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Throwing now is Lance.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there. Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Play action. It's Newton. Flushed out right. He's got the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there, as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. In his own end zone, it's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Take it at the 37. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Lance. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
And he'll only get this to the 2-yard line, a near catastrophe.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Lance getting this out to the flat. Mostert.
Touchdown 49ers.
Raheem Mostert.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They fake the give. Newton. He's got it. It's Escobar.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Off play action. Newton. Out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 48. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which
touchdown. Complete at the 1. George Kittle. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they've wanted to attack.
Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Niners 21, Broncos 7. Mitch Wisnowski, you can call North San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Lance. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Escaping the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working from the gun, Lance. Flush to his right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A final shot before the break. Newton on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Lance flushed out right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On first down, Lance eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Newton to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Well, let's see where they turn on third and goal from the 5. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. He'll buy some time right. Toward the pylon, caught. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Mostert, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Back near his goal line. Here's Lance. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And they'll go for it. Lance. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they work this out past the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
From the 27, Lance forced out to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A 1st down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Lance taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now Gold for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Williams, running right. And he's got room. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Newton now to throw.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And his throw here is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. They'll roll him out right. Looking for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 96 yards. And the Niners are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
That's it, Wayne. 20.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's a diving catch right side. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This is caught by Williams. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Mike check 33. 33.
Check pass. Check pass.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Second and 10. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. In his own end zone, it's Lance. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, there in the 4th quarter. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And this is caught. It's Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points